Hello everyone, I am Harshit and I am here to talk about Ramachandran plot. These are the contents which include introduction, history, structure of proteins, characteristics of a Ramachandran plot, steric limit, significance of a Ramachandran plot, exceptions, summary references and acknowledgement. Coming to the introduction, proteins are the building blocks of our body. They are very essential for the vital functioning of our body. They are made up of amino acids which are connected to one another by peptide bond, which is a CONH. As you can see in the figure, uh, the central carbon of an amino acid residue is called the C alpha. It is connected to neighboring carbon and nitrogen adjacent to it. Uh, these bonds have degree of freedom, which means they are freely rotatable, and the bond between the C and N is not rotatable because of the partial double bond nature formed due to the presence of lone pair of electrons on this nitrogen atom. Coming to the dihedral angles, the dihedral angles are the angles which are formed due to the connection of due to the bond formation of carbon nitrogen atoms to the C alpha uh, and also to the this carbon atom. Uh, the bond between C alpha and C is called psi bond, and the bond between C alpha and N is called psi bond. Uh, there is also another bond formed between C and H here, CO and NH, which is omega bond. Uh, the angle of this bond is always 180 degree because of the a double bond nature of the bond. Coming to the structure of protein, the primary structure of a protein refers to the arrangement of amino acid residues in a polypeptide chain. The the secondary structure can be defined as the pattern by which the amino hydroxy and carboxy oxygen atom in the polypeptide chain is arranged. The tertiary structure is made up of uh, single polypeptide backbone with multiple secondary structures of protein. Ramachandran plot is a way to visualize dihedral angles of phi against psi of amino acid residues in a protein structure. It is a method to identify the protein secondary structures like alpha helix, beta sheets, beta turns, and loop structures based upon the rotation or degree of freedom of these dihedral angles. Coming to the history, Ramachandran plot was given by G.N. Ramachandran in the year 1963. Before that, he with his colleague Gopinath Karta proposed and published the triple helical structure of collagen in the year 1954 uh, in Madras. They used X-ray crystallography technique. Uh, uh, from this data, he decided to use this information and started examining polypeptide conformations and came up with this technique to examine the peptides. To examine the peptides. Because of this, it became an essential tool in the field of protein conformation. His work was published in the Journal of Molecular Biology in the year 1963. Uh, from the Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. Coming to the characteristics of a Ramachandran plot, it consists of four quadrants as you can see in the figure 1, 2, 3, and 4. The y-axis will be always a phi angle, and the x-axis will be phi angle. Uh, each axis will be starting each axis will be starting from 0 degree and ending at 180 degree both on positive side as well as on the negative side. Uh, Definite position in the plot will indicate a specific secondary protein secondary structure, like in this graph uh, of polyalanine. This part is showing beta sheets, anti-parallel beta sheets. Uh, this is showing parallel beta sheets. Likewise, there are both allowed and disallowed regions on the graph. The usually these are the area where the plot is formed. This is uh, most of the time this central part is this central part comes under the disallowed region. Um, uh, to assess the chemical correctness of the peptide backbone using phi and psi angles, at least 90% of the plot must occur in the allowed regions. Coming to the steric limits of phi and psi angle, if we visualize each and every atom in a protein as a spherical ball-like structure, uh, they take up space, and they are connected to each other by covalent bond, which is very hard to break. So the movement within the compound can be only rotational, as they are connected to each other adjacently. Um, Only the two angles are possible, phi and psi angles. Also, these phi and psi angles are the degree of rotation of these phi and psi angles is not possible in each and every combination due to the physical clashes with the neighboring atoms. These physical clashes are called steric interactions, and they limit the available values of phi and psi. Coming to the average values, usually alpha helices has the average value of phi angle minus 57 degrees Celsius and psi angle minus 47 degrees Celsius. The Ramachandran plot of these twisted sheets will have the average value of phi 130 degree and psi 140 degree. So how to get the data for a plot? How to make a plot? Uh, Usually, the data is obtained from the position of each and every atoms in a amino acid in a protein. This data can be obtained by using X-ray crystallography techniques and NMR techniques. Uh, this is and the data obtained will be converted to .pdb format, and there are many certain websites which will take up this data to give the plot which will be readily available. uh, Coming to the significance, it is a very essential tool in the field of protein conformations. A good model will generally have 90% of its plot in the allowable region of a Ramachandran plot. Uh, Coming to the stereochemical parameters, uh, the uh, the best the best technique to assess a protein conformation is by Ramachandran plot, where phi and psi main chain torsion angles are readily identified, uh, and a number of websites provide the plots for existing protein structures. We can compare our model to the already existing protein structures. Uh, it can also be used in homology modeling. which refers to the homology modeling, refers to the constructing of an atomic resolution model of a protein from its amino acid sequence and an experimental 3D structure of a related homologous protein. For poor quality homology model, many dihedral angles are found in the forbidden region of the Ramachandran plot. Such deviations indicate problems with the protein structure. Coming to the exceptions, glycine, the plot for glycine will not be always accurate because of its high flexibility property, as it is very light and has no functional group. For proline, uh, it is in contrast. It fixes the torsion angles at values which are very close to those of an extended conformation of the polypeptide, um, like in beta sheets. Coming to the summary, plotting the torsion angles in this way will show which combination of the angles are possible. The torsion angles of each residue in a peptide define the geometry of its attachment to its two adjacent residues by positioning its planar peptide bond relative to the two adjacent planar peptide bonds. Thereby, the torsional angles determine the conformation of the residues and the peptide. Many of the angle combinations are therefore the conformations of residues is not possible because of the steric hindrance. By making a Ramachandran plot, protein structural scientists can determine which torsion angles are permitted and can obtain insight into the structures of peptides. These are the references. Thank you.